All right, today I'm in Severna Park, Maryland at our wonderful office here, and I have a super special guest, Jen Krasewski. Close enough. Very hard to say. Her and I have very long names. Her job and role here at Main Street is she's basically the head of underwriting. So she handles all the big questions, the big files, and I have a couple questions to ask her, mainly that come from our clients who are frustrated with sourcing large deposits. So, Jen, why do you guys ask to source large deposits?
You know, Neil, we do get a lot of questions regarding that particular topic. And, you know, I think a lot of people have the misconception that it is, we just need to see the money in the bank statement and that it's there. Much like many other agencies or other industries, we are regulated by federal government laws. Guidelines. Anti-money laundering is the reason for large deposits. That is truly the reason behind why we ask where money comes from. It's not just that, it's about determining acceptable source of funds. As we all know, different products and different programs have different parameters in which they'll allow source of funds to come from: secured growth financing, maybe a gift, any of those good things. But at the end of the day, a large deposit being applied towards a down payment for the purchase of a home is subject to anti-money laundering laws. And that means we are required by law to ask where this money comes from.
Wow, yes. So this is exactly what I tell our clients. And, you know, a way to prevent a lot of issues that come up in underwriting is to think ahead. So when we pre-approve you, we're going to coach you through, hey, if you're going to get a large sum of money coming in, let's get it in now. Or we wait and potentially just wire it to the title company.
Absolutely.
Good way of doing it, right?
Absolutely. Our goal is, as the lender, is to make this as streamlined and as easy as possible, not only for, you know, our lovely branch managers and loan officers, but also primarily our borrowers. We care about that experience. We certainly don't want to ask for any unnecessary documentation. It is not our goal to make this more difficult. However, we are beholden to guidelines. So a lot of times, moving money around kind of complicates things. Having to follow the dots and connect the dots between moving money between checking and savings, well, maybe not a big deal at the day-to-day level. Following the documentation gets a little bit tricky sometimes. So while you're preparing for, you know, arguably one of the biggest purchases of most people's lives as a home, have an account, put your savings in there, and leave it there. Let it sit, let it collect, you know, interest hopefully, and then by the time you're ready to go under contract, it's wrapped up with a bow. No questions asked.
And this is what I love Jen. She is just so common sense. She gets it. She understands the plight that us loan officers and branch managers come through, and she understands the client. So the rule of the day is always consult your loan officer first before you make any big transfers between accounts. Let's get a game plan in place before you go into underwriting. And of course, once you're there, you still have to connect with your loan officer and make sure they're aware of everything going into the account and sometimes even out of the account. So Jen, thank you so much for your time. I know you're super busy, so I'll let you get back to approving files.
Yes, indeed. Very happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks again. Bye.